Watch how this exchange turns to the ultimate question.
If God can do anything,
Yeah.
then why did somebody have to pay the price?
The Bible actually says that there are things that God cannot do. God cannot tell a lie. God cannot do evil. God can only do things that are consistent with his nature.
The only way that God could forgive all of humankind would be to send the perfect person, that is Jesus, who is fully God and fully man, who lived the perfect life, who himself was without sin, to pay for the sins of others.
I understand what you're saying. I don't understand why it had to happen if it was God.
You see, what that gentleman is really asking is, if God is truly God, why can't he just forgive us? And the answer to that question is justice. You see, God is perfectly just. And just like I told you earlier, he cannot act against his own nature. So God cannot be unjust. And so when you or I break God's law, when we sin, when we do evil, God has to make sure that we are held accountable. And the Bible is very clear. The wages of sin is death. The Bible says there is no forgiveness of sins without the shedding of blood. And so every time you or I break God's law, we incur a debt. And so when we die, Hebrews 9:27 tells us we will be judged. And as long as we're alive, as long as we're breathing, we have a choice. Do we want to take our own punishment? Eternal suffering in hell? Or do you want to accept the free gift that Jesus gave us on the cross and have God's wrath poured out on him instead of his wrath poured out on you?
The choice is this, Sean, you can pay for your sin. The sins that you've committed, you want to pay for those? Okay, you can do that. The Bible says the wages of sin is death. You'll be separated from God forever because you can't come into his presence because you're a sinner. But God doesn't want you to do that. He loves you. How can I erase this sin from Sean's life? Jesus, what if Jesus paid for that sin?
That is a choice that you will have to make. And all you need to do is believe and trust that Jesus took the punishment that you deserved. And if you do that, he will let you into heaven justly, not because of anything that you did, but because of everything that he did for you. If you learned anything from this, if this question just got a little bit more clear for you, do me a favor, subscribe to my channel, help me share this message with others. I appreciate it.